Hey everyone, Dan from Telestats back once again with another Eurovision YouTube review. This time it's Bulgaria, it's Victoria, and growing up is getting old. Bulgaria right now is 17-1. It's in the top 5. It's the 5th favourite to win the entire competition. And for me, it's the big false favourite this year. There are lots of different reasons why I feel this way, not just with the stats that I've seen, but with the song itself. I'm not convinced that this screams winner to me. Anyway, let's have a look at the song and then we'll start digging into it properly.
Next Eurovision.
Okay, we have a nice violin intro here.
Playing Tetris when my feelings
Very, very simple.
keep them all inside.
I'm not a huge fan of the whisper singing. It reminds me a little bit of 2019's Panda. She didn't even qualify her semi-final when a lot of people thought she would.
Closing every door, wanna be alone. Lonely is the way that I survive.
This song is going to need some epic staging, I think, to elevate it, because the vocals itself are very, very simple. Wow, this is so minimalistic, this song.
Growing up is getting old. Don't get it. There's an ocean.
We are over a minute into this song. It's still very much on the same path that it was when it started. I like to think that Eurovision songs tend to have a kind of 30-second elevator pitch to bring people in. I'm not convinced that it's happening this time.
And I'm used to letting go, sink deeper in the flow of it. My demons know.
There's really not much movement
exactly
here.
Where my fears
even with epic staging.
I'm torn by
Okay, we've got some substance now. We've got the strings coming in. But will it be enough? Bulgaria really need to bring it for the staging. I think the staging here is going to be what makes it or breaks it. Because this song isn't really making my heart pump. Okay, this is the crescendo. Sounds like something that you'd hear in the West End. But it doesn't last very long. You have that very brief period where the crescendo happens and it is exciting at last, but too much of the song is possibly too simple for me.
And getting up is all you got.
Yeah, as I alluded to when I was listening to the song, I feel like the focus here is too much on the emotional. It's so ethereal, it's so beautiful, it's so deep, but the song itself has kind of been left behind. It doesn't really match the message that they're trying to give. It doesn't have that emotional punch. When you have those kind of songs in the whispery, breathy style, it's supposed to move you. The song is pleasant, the song is slow, it doesn't excite me, and I think that this is a false favourite. Okay, so now let's move on to the stats. Now, we don't have them on Telestats, but if you're looking at the Spotify stream numbers for Bulgaria, they're not great. People aren't listening to this song very much. Furthermore, on the MyEurovisionScoreboard app, I'm going to look at my screen now, we have it on Telestats. If you look at the chart where it lists all the songs, Bulgaria, despite being 5th favourite in the market, is behind Croatia, Azerbaijan, Finland, Lithuania, Greece, Russia, Switzerland, Cyprus, San Marino, Italy, France, and Malta. It's behind a lot of them, and that's in the chart with all of the songs. If I move on to the chart of the semi-final, the second semi-final where Bulgaria sings, let's see now. It is just ahead of Moldova and Serbia, but behind Finland and Iceland. So it isn't even doing that well in its own semi-final. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm not particularly convinced. I think there's perhaps some residual goodwill from last year that's helping her along a little bit. But this song doesn't stand out to me as any kind of serious competitor. People are kind of including it, and I'm including it when I talk about the top tier competitors of this year, you know, Switzerland, Malta, France. I do include Bulgaria, but that's just because where it is in the market. My actual personal feeling is that this is not a threat at all. That isn't to say that it's going to completely flop. Bulgaria performed 13th in the running order in the second semi-final. The second semi-final is full of driftwood, basically. It's not going to have too much difficulty progressing past the semi-final. The bigger question for me is the grand final. Top 5 for me for Bulgaria is completely out of the question. I don't think they're going to make it. I think there's much more exciting songs in the competition this year. And especially if Bulgaria land an early running order slot, then I think that is just an impossibility, top 5. Top 10 is the bigger question for Bulgaria. They're currently 1.78 to be in the top 10. Am I convinced? I'm not sure. I think maybe 9th, 10th, 11th place in the grand final is where I would put them. I think there's much more exciting songs. I think the hype for Bulgaria has been too much. And these breathy songs, people always expect so much of them, and then they always flop. My concern is that, like me when I was watching it, I did kind of feel like falling asleep. I did feel like, you know, this is the song to go to the bathroom to. This is the song to put the kettle on. It's not when I'm having my Eurovision party with my friends. Are we all getting hyped up listening to this? Are we all getting teary-eyed listening to this? I don't think so. So when you're creating a Eurovision song, you either want to hit on the emotional side or you want to hit on the entertainment side. Growing Up Is Getting Old misses on both counts. When you couple that in with the fact that the stats are mediocre and the odds are too low compared to what those stats are telling us, Bulgaria is a false favourite and you should be wary of betting on it for the win. I'm pretty convinced that on the basis of this video I'm going to get some hate mail, but if you don't feel the same way, please like, please subscribe, please retweet, please share, please do all those things. I'd very much appreciate it. Stick around for another YouTube Eurovision reaction video coming very soon. Thank you very much. Cheers.